Hello. How are you?
Hello, Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam. I see the picture of Sai behind you. Very nice, very nice. I'm so happy to meet you too. Very nice name. Sundarshini Trinetrini, right?
Yeah.
Very good names, very good names. It's very unusual. And you know the meaning of your names?
You know the meaning?
Third eye of Shiva.
Trinetrini means what?
Third eye of Shiva.
Right.
Third eye of Shiva.
Those 3 eyes?
Third eye of Shiva. Third eye of Shiva.
Shiva. And Shiva has given half his body to Ambal, his consort. Okay. So she also has half the third eye. So she's also called Trinetrini. Right? Very nice. Which grade are you in? Both.
I'm going to grade 6.
Okay. And Sundarni?
Sudarshini.
Sundarshini. Very good. Very good. So why do you want to learn Sanskrit?
Because it's the root of all the languages and all language.
Okay.
And if we know Sanskrit, we will also know the meanings of mantras.
Wonderful. Very nice. And Sundarshini, how about you? Why do you want to learn Sanskrit?
When I chat with my dad, I want to know the meanings and.
Good. You can learn a lot. Actually, there is so much in it. I'm going to teach you Sanskrit in a fun way. You're going to enjoy it. Right? It's going to be real fun. It's not going to be hard at all. And you will know many, many things. Your dad already knows, but you will also know. Okay? We are going to start the class in another 1 minute or so. Maybe one more boy may be joining from Boston.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, Sudhir Nayar's son, Rishabh.
Mm-hmm.
He said he would like to join. I sent him an invitation and maybe he will join too. Let's give him a minute or so. Okay? Very good. You know a little bit of Sanskrit? Can you read something? Or no?
Of course they know.
You don't know the alphabet at all?
No, alphabets, கொஞ்சம் கத்துண்டா.
கொஞ்சம் கத்துனாளா? Okay.
சும்மா சொல்லி கொடுத்த கத்துண்டா, but they know to chant some of the mantras. இப்போ அவங்களுக்கு சான்ஸ்கிரிட்ல சொல்லி கொடுத்த கொஞ்சம் மந்திரங்கள்.
Okay.
சம்மர் கேம்ப் ஒன்று நடந்தது இங்க ஒரு பக்கத்துல லட்சுமி நாராயண் டெம்பிள்ல. அங்க ஒரு கொஞ்சம் சான்ஸ்கிரிட் ஏதோ சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கா. அங்கேயும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோகங்கள் கத்துண்டா.
Okay.
அதனால so they are a little bit on that base.
Okay.
So நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு அந்த சிவ உபாசன மந்திரம் சொல்லணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டா அதான் ட்ரை படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தா நீங்க கூப்பிடுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி.
Okay.
ஆமா. So let mama be guru and guide.
Okay. Swamikala namaskaram pannela.
Namaskaram
பண்ணிட்டு because you are going to start a new session, முதல்ல சுவாமிக்கு நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணிட்டு வித்யாரம்பம் ஆரம்பிக்கணும். Okay? Of course, I am going to teach you some prayers also in the first lesson. We are going to have some little prayers. Okay? And you're going to really enjoy it. I'm going to give you English transliteration. Okay? If you don't know the alphabet also, you can still read. But I'm going to teach you the alphabet.
Very good.
Today I'm going to tell you something, but in the next lesson, maybe I'll teach you how to write. Okay? The way we work is, I'm able to see you now on the screen, and you can see me clearly, right?
Yeah.
What color of shirt am I wearing?
Blue.
Very nice. You like this color? Oh, good. So I'm going to show you some slides also. Your slide, your picture will become small.
Okay.
And the slides will come in very shortly. Okay. Then I am going to mute your phone also. Because then you will not be able to. Both of us talk together, then there will be clash. You may not be able to hear. Okay.
Okay.
Then at the end of the lesson, I'll unmute it and keep it for about 5 minutes. Then you can ask any questions or even talk to me.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Shall we start now?
Yeah.
I'm going to share the screen. Okay? Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slide?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. It's also going to have a recording at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will send you the record and you can use it for review. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So you're welcome to today's class, and I'm going to start the first slide for you, which is going to start with a prayer. You know, usually we start our class with a prayer to Ganesha. Ganesha is one who is giving us the start without any stoppages or any stoppages in between, any troubles in between. Therefore, we start with Ganesha. And this slokam I am going to recite now, and you will hear it. Okay?
Okay.
Gajananam bhuta ganati sevitam kapitta jambu phalasara pakshitam Umasutam shoka vinasha karanam Namabhi Vigneshwara pada pankajam. I'm going to tell you the meaning also. You know what is Gajananam? Gaja means elephant. Ananam means face. You know the word Anai, Tamil Anan solron liya. Anai actually comes from Ananam. Gajananam means a person who has the face of an elephant. And you can see the picture here where you have the Ganesha with the face of an elephant. Bhuta Ganati Sevitam. You know, there are soldiers attached to different devatas. Bhuta Ganati. They are all celestial divine soldiers. They all worship him. Bhuta Ganati Sevitim, worshipped by the celestial Ganas or soldiers. Kapitta Jambu Phalasara Pakshitam. Phalam means fruit. You know what is Kapitta Phalam? Have you seen Kapitta Phalam? Kapitta Phalam, Tamil சொல்லுவா விளாம்பழம்னு சொல்லுவா. இங்கிலீஷ்ல wood appleன்னு சொல்லுவா. அது பார்த்தாக்க ஒரு டென்னிஸ் பால் மாதிரி இருக்கும் பார்த்தாக்க. And it is very sweet. You can make pachadi out of it. And Ganesha loves it. Jambu Phalam means it is the blueberry, Nagaparam. Blue இருக்கும் பெருசா. அது ரொம்ப ஸ்வீட்டா இருக்கும். அது ரெண்டுமே அவருக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். So Bhakshita means one who eats the wood apple and also the blueberry apple, the core of it, the saram of the essence of it. It's so sweet. Kapitta Jambu Phalasara Bhakshitam. Bhakshanamnu சொல்றோம்ல தமிழ்ல Bhakshanam is something which is eatable. So Bhakshita means one who eats. Uma Sutam. Who is Uma? Uma is Shiva's wife, Parvati or Uma. Uma Sutam means son of Uma. Shoka Vinasha Karanam. Shokam means sorrow. He will destroy all sorrows. He will always make sure that you are very happy. Shoka Vinasha Karanam. He will destroy all sorrows. Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam. To that Vigneshwara, who is remover of all troubles, I worship his Pada Pankajam. Pada means feet. Pankajam is lotus. His lotus feet. Because they are divine feet, we call them lotus feet. Pada Pankajam. Rishabh, welcome. You're welcome to the class. Can you see me and the slide? Okay, I think I can see you all right.
Yeah.
So I was just beginning the class with a prayer to Ganesha which I repeat again. Gajananam bhota ganati sevitam kapitta jambu phalasara bhakshitam umasutam shoka vinasha karanam namami Vigneshwara pada pankajam. We worship that Ganesha who is very fond of wood apple and blueberry apples, and he's a son of Uma. He is a destroyer of all sorrows. He is the remover of all troubles. To him, to his lotus feet, we offer our worship. That is the meaning of this Ganesha prayer. Okay, let's go to the next slide. We also offer a prayer to Saraswati because she is the goddess of learning, and today you are starting a new class, and that is Sanskrit class. So we offer our prayer to the goddess of learning, Saraswati, to bless us. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambam karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada. Saraswati namastubhyam. To that Saraswati Devi, we offer namaskar. Varade Kamarupini. She is one who fulfills all desires. Varade means, Varam means giving. Kamarupini means one who fulfills all desires. Vidya Arambam. Arambam means beginning, right? We begin our studies. Vidya Arambam. Karishyami. I am beginning the studies of what? Today we are beginning the study of Sanskrit. Siddhir bhavatu me sada. May I succeed always in my effort. Siddhir bhavatu me sada. So we offer the prayer to Saraswati and seek her blessings for success of our study in Sanskrit. Okay. The third we offer is a prayer to Guru. The Guru is the teacher and who always helps you in your studies. So wish they start with a very small prayer to Guru, which is called Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So, with this prayer to Guru, and the prayers earlier to Goddess Saraswati and Ganesha, we are beginning our first session of learning Sanskrit. I am going to make it very easy and very, very fun for you. Rishabh, can you hear me? Okay, nod your head if you can. Very good, nice. Well, when you meet someone, you always say hi, hello, and you greet them, isn't it? You say good morning or good evening or namaste or whatever. So these words are all Sanskrit words which I am going to give you. How to greet someone. When you want to welcome somebody, you say welcome in English, but in Sanskrit, you say swagatam. Agatam means somebody who is coming. Gatam means going. You know, in Sanskrit, the words are built like brick over brick. You can build a wall with many, many bricks. In Sanskrit, you start with a small brick and then keep adding more and more and more, and it becomes big. So here, Gatam means to go. Agatam means to come. And if you add Swagatam means welcome. Welcome to one who is coming. So when a guest comes to your home, you say Swagatam. See how nice it is. Swagatam. Welcome. So Swagatam. Swagatam Sarvesham. I am welcoming you. I am welcoming you to this Sanskrit class. Swagatam. But if you want to make it really sweet, you add one more yes. That is called Suswagatam. Su, if you add, it is additional emphasis to the word. It becomes sweet. If you say sweet welcome, suswagatam. Su stands for sweet. Suswagatam. See how nice it is? Swagatam, suswagatam. Sweet welcome. And if somebody wishes you like that, you will feel very happy, right? Because it is very sweet. We all like sweets, so you enjoy sweets. We enjoy candy, we enjoy all kinds of sweets. So when somebody says suswagatam, we enjoy that welcome. And very simple way of greeting is Namaste. Very easy. Te means to you. Namaha means salutations. Our salutations to you. Namaste. Very, very simple word of greeting someone. Even if you don't know anybody, their name, you just say Namaste with folded hands, they'll feel very happy. It's offering respect to someone. Offering respect to the other person. Namaste. When you say good morning, is also an equivalent word in Sanskrit. Prabhatam means morning. And as I said, su adds to sweet. It becomes good morning. Suprabhatam. Prabhatam, suprabhatam. Prabhatam means morning. Su is good or sweet morning. So suprabhatam means good morning. Very easy, isn't it? You can also say the names of certain deities. Like Om Sri Ganesha Namaha. That is also a form of greeting. You know, in many places in India, they still greet each other as Ram Ram. You know, I grew up as a child in Pune, in Maharashtra, and there I have seen all the village people. They don't know the word good morning and good evening and hi and hello and all that. They know only one word called Ram. So they will greet each other, say Ram Ram. They still do it in UP and parts of India, Ram Ram. That is a form of greeting to each other. So Sai devotees also greet each other Sai Ram, right? Sai Ram. You say, even if you don't know the name, you say Sai Ram. That's a form of greeting. You utter the name of the Lord, and that gives you a good feeling. And for the other person also, even if you don't know his name, it gives him a good feeling. See, Ram Ram, Sai Ram. Okay? This is a very simple form of greetings, and Sanskrit is such a beautiful language. It's very easy for you to learn it. And these words are all very, very small words, and gradually you will build up your vocabulary. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Why do you want to learn Sanskrit? I think I asked this question earlier, but I am going to give you the answers also now. You must learn Sanskrit because it is a very fascinating language, wonderful language. Now, as we go along, you are really going to enjoy its beauty. I'm going to teach you so many words that you are going to enjoy learning it. And it's also a very, very precise language, you know. It is very precise, not like English where you can get a little confused in pronouncing the word. For example, you say but is but. But when you say the same thing as put, you see put, right? The u becomes you, put. But in but, it is but. And sometimes you have the problems in pronunciation or spelling. If you say could, you pronounce it could, but you spell it could. Why not make it cud? You could be making a mistake in the spelling. There are so many words in English where the spelling is a little complicated. But in Sanskrit, it's very precise. You pronounce it the way it is. And therefore, you cannot make a mistake. And what is more, it is not changed. the pronunciation is still the same over so many centuries. But English, the way we pronounce it, it can be different in America. In England or UK, it is pronounced differently. In India, in different parts of India, English is pronounced differently. But in Sanskrit, it is not so. It is unchanged. Same pronunciation over centuries. And you have lots of scriptures of wisdom, like the Vedas, Upanishads, Slokams, Stotrams, Sahasranamams. All these are in Sanskrit. So by reading them, you will come to know what is our ancient tradition, what was the culture that existed and that we would like to follow around, various rituals, etc. So there is beauty, there are a lot of verses, there is humor, there are stories, there is poetry, all that is available in Sanskrit. That is why it's a very, very sweet language. Okay, that's the reason why we should learn Sanskrit. Now, let's see what we want to do, what we want to learn. Now we'd like to learn Sanskrit alphabets and pronunciation. We also want to understand the basics of Sanskrit grammar. Grammar is very complicated, but then we'll make it as simple as possible. And I'm going to teach you simple words, something which you can easily learn, and sentence formation gradually. You'll be able to talk a few sentences here and there, and then you will really get interested to learn more. You will explore more. And I'll also tell you the linkages with other languages. Like you have linkages with Hindi or Tamil or Malayalam or Telugu. All these have got linkages, even English, with Sanskrit. So I will give you some examples of that as we go along. So those are the objectives for study. And how do we plan to do it? So in the first set, I'm going to give you 12 lessons, one each week, in which we cover the basics, the alphabets, and what are the unique features, special features of Sanskrit, simple words with meaning, some fundamentals of grammar, and basic conversation, and some very nice Sanskrit verses. You're really going to enjoy it, right? Okay. We're going to work together to make this fun, and I'm going to give you a short prayer for teamwork. It is taken from the Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad. This is a very, very small prayer, but it is actually emphasizing that we should work together. We should work together with great energy, and we should study together so that it is enlightening, we learn more, and we feel happy within ourselves. And may God help us. That is the meaning of this prayer. I'm going to repeat this prayer now. Say this. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sakha Virjam Karavavakai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vitvishavakayi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu. May God protect us both. Sahanau Bhunaktu. May we all be nourished. We should be healthy also, right? Saha Viryam Karva. Viryam means great energy. Energy. May we work together with great energy. You need energy. You have to go to school, you have to play, you have to do so much of work at home and also study. So we need energy. So may we work together with great energy. Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vitvishavakayi. May our study be enlightening to us and not lead to some fights. We don't want to fight with each other, but we want to work together, right? Only then we can get results. Finally, we want to be very happy. So we pray, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So it's a very small verse, but then it gives you a lot of encouragement. It gives you energy to start this work. Okay. Having said that, I want to tell you how the word Sanskritam come. You say Sanskrit in English, but the real word is Sanskritam. Kritam. Kri is the root for doing. Kritam means done. Sam means well. Sanskritam means well done. So it's a language which is very well done. It has the name itself as very well done. So sweet name, isn't it? Sanskritam is something which is very well done. There is also another word called samskaram. Samskaram means that which ought to be done well. That is all the rituals that you do. You do puja. It has to be done well. It's called samskaram. That which has to be done well is called samskaram. Okay. Now, how did this language come? Who wrote it? Was there a single person who wrote the language? What is the origin of this and how old it is? Now, the belief is that this language originated from Lord Shiva himself. You know, Lord Shiva, if you see the Nataraja statue, which is, you know, here the dancing posture you have seen, you will find there is a damarugam. He has got a small drum-like thing in his hand. It's called damarugam. And it is said when he was dancing, that damarugam produced 14 distinct sounds. And they were called, because they came from Maheshwara, Lord Shiva, they are called Maheshwara Sutras. Maheshwara Sutras. And based on those sutras, there was a great sage by name Panini. He created the grammar for Sanskrit. That is how the language of Sanskrit came from Lord Shiva himself. Maheshwarani Sutrani. And since that, it has been developed by so many other saints, and people have written many books on it. People have written poems on it, like Kalidasa. So many people have written. So many scriptures are written, like Bhagavatam, Ramayanam. Valmiki wrote Ramayana. Veda, Vyasar, he wrote the Vedas. So many things came up in Sanskrit. So today you have volumes and volumes of books on Sanskrit. So, you know, it's a very ancient language, not of recent origin. We don't know how many centuries before it was created, but it really came from Lord Shiva himself. Okay. Having said that, what are the special features of Sanskrit? You know, it has got very precise phonetics. Phonetics means the speech that comes, the word formations, and from the mouth when you spell it out, it is very precise. Unlike other languages where the phonetics can be changed a little bit here and there. So the emphasis here in Sanskrit is on sound. It has to produce the right sound. Now I'm going to tell you how the sound comes. And those sounds, we believe, they are strengthening the nervous system. When you say slokams in the right tones, you get energy. Your nervous system gets strong. So that is one feature that emphasis on sound makes effect on the body. And if you see the words formation, it starts from a small seed root. You know, it is called dhatu. Like you have a plant coming up, you put a small seed, the plant will come up. And then it will grow, then it will have leaves, it will have flowers, it will have fruits from a small seed. Here also in Sanskrit, you have a small seed root, which is called dhatu. From that, you can form any number of words. So building a big word out of a small seed. That is another big feature. But the grammar part of it is very complicated. It's very rigid. It is like mathematics. Some people don't like mathematics because it is complicated. So Sanskrit grammar is also mathematical. So I'm not going to really put too much of emphasis on grammar because then you will run away. I don't want you to run away, right? You have to stay and study the language. So we will emphasize more on the other aspects, not really so much on grammar. You like a child, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, how they talk. You have seen a little boy talking. He doesn't know anything grammar. He doesn't know reading or writing at all. But still he talks, right? You find a 2-year-old talking. And that's the same approach we are going to have. You're all going to learn like a 2-year-old child. Even though you may later on learn reading and writing, but you're going to learn the word just like a child does. Okay? Now, what is the connection between Sanskrit and Vedas? I got to tell you this because there are specific parts of Vedas which focus on Sanskrit. The Vedas are 4 Vedas, but there are 6 Vedangas. 6 Vedangas. Vedanga means limbs of the Vedas. And those 6 Vedangas are, one is called Siksha. It deals with letters and the phonetics, how it is to be pronounced, the word. So these actually represent the nose of the Veda Mata. Second is Vyakarana, which explains the grammar. It's like the face of Veda Mata. There is another thing called Niruktam, which is representing the ears of Veda Mata. And that gives you the history of words, the etymology, synonyms, and so on. The fourth one is called Chandas, which is describing the meter, the flow, the pace at which, if you see slogans, it has to go at a particular rhythm, right? A rhythm. It has to sound musical. So that is called Chandas. There's another one called Kalpa, which represents the hands of Veda Mata, which deals with time and rituals. And lastly, there is a branch called Jyotisha, which is really the eyes of Veda Mata, which deals with study of astronomy and the space, the planets, the universe, and so on. Okay. So that is a connection between Vedas and Sanskrit, out of which you'll find major part of it is already dealing with the language. So you ought to know that Vedangas also deal with Sanskrit. Okay. Now let's see. Let's start with letters. You have A, B, C, D in English, right? A, I, E in Tamil. Also in Hindi. So these are called aksharas. Akshara means letters. But this got a meaning. Akshara means perishable, which can be destroyed. When you put A before that, it becomes opposite word. It becomes imperishable. Akshara in Sanskrit means imperishable. That means it cannot be destroyed. See how beautiful the meaning is for a letter? Akshara. Imperishable. You have also A. You have Nyaya, Anyaya. Right? Krama, Akrama. You put A, it becomes opposite. So there are 2 aspects of the Akshara. One is the phonetic, what you pronounce, okay, of the language. And 2 is it's got amazing retention. If you have 2 small letters joined together, each one has its own meaning, but when you join together, they have a different meaning. For example, you say Guru. Guru means a teacher. But Gu by itself means darkness. Ru means to remove it. See, removal. Ru, removal. So one who removes darkness becomes a guru and he is a teacher. So likewise, you have so many words. When you have two small aksharams joined together, they give you a different meaning, even though the two letters will have its own individual meaning. Okay. Now let's see how to pronounce Sanskrit words. No, they are a little hard to pronounce sometimes because it requires a little bit of effort. When you say ja, it requires a little prayatnam, as they call it. In Malayalam also you say prayatnam, right? Effort. And number two, it has a certain place of origin in our body. It has to come from here, it has to come from here, it has to come from the lips. There is a place of origin in our body, which is called sthanam. And thirdly, the force with which you talk, balam. When you recite Veda mantras, you have to use more balam. And lastly, the duration of time, Some words you have to pronounce faster, some words you have to pronounce slowly. So the pronunciation will be slightly different. So there are 4 different factors which influence their pronunciation. Okay. Let's see what are the basics of alphabet. Like English, you also have alphabets in Sanskrit. They are basically divided into 2 parts. The first one we call vowels. Vowels means those which can produce same continuous sound. Like for example, it doesn't change. Same continuous sound. E. These are all same continuous sound. They don't change. The second part is all consonants that cannot produce same sound continuously, because it is a combination of 2, a vowel and something else together. Like ka, for example. Ka is ik and a together. By itself, it cannot stand. It combines. So it doesn't produce the same sound continuously. So both are arranged according to the mode and origin of production. Okay, let's go. Let's see some simple alphabets, vowels, you say. Now, when you say it comes from the throat. This is the origin. Short. When you say it is long. I told you earlier, the pronunciation is dependent also on the time, right? So it takes a little more time to say When you say it is short. Is long. If you say E, it doesn't come really from the throat, it comes from the roof of the mouth. E. You say E, it comes almost from the roof of the mouth. E, long again, right? Now, A is a little combination, it's a compound. A. If you say oo, you actually put your lip like a round circle, oo, right? Ooh. The tongue plays a part. Ooh. Long? Ooh. If you touch fire, how will you say? Ooh. Right? A child touches a little hot thing, you say, ooh. Ooh churrudhu. Yeah. Combination. Oh. Ow. And you can also pronounce it to the teeth called r. That sound comes from the teeth. R. From the lips you get lu. So the origin is from different places of the vowels. So here a, e, a, u, o, ow, r, and lu. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's see two more sounds. They're not really vowels, but they are not quite consonants also. You have what is called is anuswara, it's called after sound. And aha is called visarga. Now these two sounds can only appear after vowels. They don't stand by themselves, okay? Like for example, if you say Shankaraha, Ramaha, Krishnaha, the ending is aha, right? But by itself, aha, it doesn't mean anything. You can say Ramaha, Sitaha, Shankaraha. It comes at the last. So there is usually something added to those letters. Okay. Let's go now to the consonants. As I told you, the consonants are pronounced in different ways with combination. Now, you have the first set of letters from the throat, where the tongue doesn't touch the mouth. If you can say it by yourself and feel it. You say ka, ka, ka. You see, the tongue is not touching the mouth. So there are 4 consonants there. Ka, ka, ga, ga. You see how the sound varies. Ka, ka, ga, ga. You see the phonetic difference? Ka, ka, ga, ga. The second set is what is called palatal, where the tongue top goes to the mouth roof. Called cha. You see, pronounce cha, you find the tongue is going to the mouth roof. Cha, cha, ja, ja. Cha, cha, ja, ja. Third, the tongue tip goes to the mouth roof. It's called cerebral. Cerebral refers to head. Okay. It's almost to the top. Tongue tip to the mouth roof. Ta, ta, da, da. Ta, ta, da, da. You see the tongue, how it goes up? Ta, ta, da, da. Okay. Now let's see the other one, next one, where the tongue tip goes to the teeth. You will find the tongue is really touching the teeth. Ta, ta, da, da. You see the tongue is touching the teeth, front teeth. Ta, ta, da, da. Ta, ta, da, da. And lastly, you have one set where there is no action for tongue at all. It's actually from the lips coming. It's called labial. These are called lips, labials. Pa, pa, ba, ba. Where you use the lips. Pa, pa, ba, ba. Yeah. Pa, pa, ba, ba. Very good. So, you have the 5 sets of letters. I will say that again for you. Ka, ka, ga, ga. Cha, cha, ja, ja. Ta, ta, da, da. Ta, ta, da, da. Pa, pa, ba, ba. Okay. Now, there are 2 more letters which actually are pronounced through the nose. Like nga. Nga. Actually, you are using the nose, right? Nga. Nya. Nya. Like a cow moving, you know? You heard the cow moving? Nga. Ma. So, that's actually like coming through the nose. So, they are called nasals. Nga and nya. Those are 2 additional letters, the 5th letters. Okay? So, you have the complete Sanskrit alphabet, which I have summarized in this slide. You can see them. A, I, U, R, L, A, I, O, Au, Ha. Ka, ka, ga, ga, nga. Cha, cha, ja, ja, na. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. Then there are additional letters called ya, Ra, La, Va, Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. There are 8 letters. So in all you have 46 different letters which have 13 vowels and 33 consonants. How many letters English has got?
26.
26? Okay. So you have therefore different pronunciations. Now, Vedic pronunciation, you have Vedas where pronunciation is somewhat different. It is slightly more complicated because there is what is called swaram. It comes up like a music, you know, you have to raise something, you have to lower something, and you have to produce the right vibrations. When they recite mantras, they recite slokas, you have to use the right pronunciation. So pronunciation in Sanskrit is very, very important. It has to have the right kind of vibrations, and the vibrations only produce the right kind of effect. Your vocal cord, it produces vibration. That is how you are able to talk, right? So in Sanskrit, you have certain bass tones where you don't raise it, like udatta, which is not raising or lowering, but it's uniform. And in writing, there is no special marking for that. And there is another one called swarita, which is high pitch, which if you see in the books, you will find a small apostrophe-like thing, high pitch. It's called swarita. Dirgha swarita, which is higher pitch still, denoted by 2 little apostrophes. And then a lower pitch called anudatta, where there is a small hyphen at the bottom. So in some of the books, you will find these marks, and they are intended for pronunciation. So I'm going to actually tell you one verse where this pronunciation is applied. And you will be able to know how these marks really make a meaning. You would have heard this particular slokam. It is a prayer to Ganesha, which will be in the next slide. I'll show you that and you can recite it very easily. It's not difficult, but it is just to show that Vedic pronunciation is somewhat different, and you have to know how the words are pronounced depending on the marks that are put on that. Okay, but in general talking, there is no such mark, and conversation you can do a normal, which is just udatta with no special marking. Okay, now let's go to the final slide, which is the last slide that we have today. This is a slokam for Ganapati. It says, Gananantva Ganapati hum havamahe kavim kavinam pamastabastamam Jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata anasrinvan Bodhibhisida sadhanam Mahaganapataye namaha. You see how the sound is going up and down? Gananantva Ganapati hum havamahe kavim kavinam Upamastabastamam Jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata anasrinvan Bodhibhisida sadhanam. So it goes up and down. Okay, it is just to tell you that the pronunciation of Vedic mantras are somewhat different. You don't have to worry too much about it, but just to know that when you go to the temple next time, you will find the priest there reciting these mantras with a certain tonal variation. But for general purpose, for learning purpose, for talking purpose, you can use uniform. But the words have to be pronounced with the right kind of origin, which I mentioned before. Okay, so we are going to stop at this slide, and I'm going to unmute all of you so that If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay. Let me see. I think you are already unmuted.
Yes, we are already unmuted. Yeah, we did.
I've got all of you unmuted. Now let me ask first Sundarshini. You have any questions on how did you find this lesson and how would you like to go further?
I think the lessons were good.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah.
Okay, if you have any suggestion you find it too hard or too easy, you let me know. Okay?
Okay.
How about Tri Netrani? The one with 3 eyes.
I really liked the class. It was a lot of fun learning all the mantras.
Okay. Well, I think you're going to enjoy more in the next class because I'm going to start also teaching you how to write these letters. This one you have got English transliteration and I'm going to send you the recording of this lesson.
Okay.
So anytime you can review it. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can always refer to it. Okay. Now let's ask Rishabh, how did he feel about this class? Rishabh, you are 9 years old, right?
Yes.
Very good. What grade you are in?
I'm going to 4th.
Oh, 4th. Very good. Very good. So you know a little bit of Sanskrit, I think, from your form. You know how to read and write?
Well, I know the words, the letters, I think.
Okay.
Like ha.
Uh-huh.
The last one.
Okay. Okay. Easier for you. Mm-hmm.
I know also how to write my name in Sanskrit.
Okay. Okay. You talk Malayalam at home?
Yes.
Good. So Malayalam has got lot of Sanskrit words, you know. You find it easier because you know lot of words in Malayalam have origin from Sanskrit. And you will find many of the words as we go on, you will find that the words we are using at home, they are from Sanskrit. Okay? And you will find it fun to know the connection between Malayalam and Sanskrit. Likewise, you find there is also connection between Tamil and Sanskrit, and even between English and Sanskrit. I'll keep telling you as we go along. Okay, so you have to devote about 1 hour every week. Can you do that?
Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour. And we will go through maybe 12 lessons, by the end of which you will be able to get a fairly good knowledge. And I'm going to make it real fun for you. Please feel free to call me anytime or send me an email, ask your dad to send me an email, and then I will be able to take your suggestions into account. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. If there are no other questions, I'm going to close this class right now, and we will meet again next week on a day which is convenient. Which day is convenient to you? I don't know. Is it Wednesday evening, same time?
Yeah.
You can consult your daddy also.
Okay. Wednesday should be fine.
Yeah, if it is Wednesday, same time for all of you, we will have it on Wednesday, same time next week.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good, Ravi. And what about Rishabh? Is your father around?
Yes, Guruji, I think Wednesday at same time works for Rishabh as well.
Wednesday, same time will work for you. Very good. I'm very happy that children are taking good interest, and I would request the parents also to give them a little guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I'm going to send this recording to you and take a look at it and let them review it. And if they find something hard or difficult, let me know.
Sure. Okay.
I want to make it as easy and as fun as possible.
Sure.
Okay. So all the best. Take care. As your schools are all reopened or not yet?
No, after
Not yet.
September.
On
September 6th or
Oh, you still have time. I see. Schools have reopened here in Chicago. They are opened already.
No. In Toronto, they are open after the...
Oh, I see. Okay.
September 5th is considered to be a Labor Day here.
Okay.
Then only they open it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's good. So you have still time. So they can be busy until that time. Sure. Very good. All right. Namaste to everybody.
Namaste.
Ram, namaste.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Sai Ram.